Welcome, everybody, to our public council meeting here in the city of Mount Pearl, April 15th, 2025. Council, I don't see anything outside the kit, so therefore what you see on your screens is our agenda for today. And I need a motion, please, to adopt. Moved by Councillor Rice, seconded by Councillor Lane. Everybody in favor and opposed? That's carried. In the recognition of the City of Mount Pearl's commitment to foster respectful and collaborative relationships with Indigenous peoples in the city here of Mount Pearl and beyond, we hereby acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Beothuk and the Mi'kmaq. Mount Pearl and the broader metro region continues to be home to diverse Indigenous peoples, including First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. April 1st meeting. No April Fool there. Good job putting together the minutes. But council, is there any errors or omissions? Yes, please.
There's one there on 25-04-190.
90.
The motion on that one is that's Corporate Service and Public Works. The motion was Councillor Rice, not Councillor Antle, and second by Councillor Lane. So just a correction, is Councillor Antle is written in there. Should be
Perfect.
Councillor Rice.
Duly noted. Thank you very much. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, nice try, Councillor Antle. That's noted, I think, by our clerk and admin staff. Thank you. And hearing no other errors or omissions, I'm going to call for a motion to adopt. Moved by Councillor Fry, seconded by Councillor Lane. All in favor? Aye. And those opposed? And that's carried as well. Any business arising, folks? I'm going to move on with your permission, folks, to the Corporate Services and Public Works Committee report. I'm going to turn to Councillor Rice, please.
Thank you, Your Worship. So for our committee report, I'm going to do the first couple and then pass over to my colleague, Councillor Lane. The first one is the invoices for approval. So you can see your invoices in our kit there. We have 8, totaling $778,172.36 to be approved for payment, and I so move.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Rice and seconded by Councillor Lane. Any questions, comments? I'll call the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. And next is our payment register for the information of council. The following payment register is from March the 27th until April the 8th, 2025, totaling $866,983.15. And that one there is for information purposes only. Do you have any questions on that one or not? And I'll pass the next two over to my colleague, Councillor Lane. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The third item on our agenda is the EOI for Stapleton Road redevelopment. The city is pleased to announce it is now accepting expressions of interest for the sale and development of the site of the former Mount Pearl swimming pool on Stapleton Road for a high-density housing development. The city's Housing Accelerator Fund program, aligning with the strategic plan, presented an opportunity to prepare this site by removing the building and remediating the land to facilitate development. Preference will be given to plans that maximize space and feature over 50 units. As we close the chapter on the site where many of us first learned to swim, we look forward to seeing new families create new beginnings and memories on Stapleton Road. Full details can be found on the bids and tenders platform, which is accessible from the city's website. The city will be accepting proposals until May 8th, 2025. This is certainly exciting news. Well, I think pretty much everyone here has lots of memories at the Mount Pearl swimming pool. It's been a long time coming for the building to be removed, and it's time for something new. This certainly aligns with our strategic plan and the housing accelerator. So hopefully this will give us opportunities to bring lots of new families in Mount Pearl and lots of people to enjoy all of our lovely trails and everything that Mount Pearl has to offer. And I believe that doesn't require a motion.
No, but I would ask quickly our CAO, and I see some questions. Who's the contact person? Because some people will see this, Councillor Lane, and just want to know, for example, who to call. Is it somewhere in the corporate services marketing area?
Sure. So we've actually had three organizations download and request the EOI to date, which is exciting. And if anyone has any questions, all the details are available there. We're looking at high density residential housing. And Jeremy Schwartz or Brian Power, both in our economic development and housing teams, would be the best people to reach out to if you have any additional questions. But we are open to conversations and look forward to evaluating the EOI responses.
Thank you. Councillor Rice? Andal? Okay.
Well, there you go. Well, I guess I can't say, I won't say nothing. I'm just going to move forward. Yeah, this is great news. I think we've been talking about this now 10 years about the redevelopment of that area. You know, it takes a while to get it over. We had to tear down the old pool. We had to move forward and everything else, remediate the land. But, you know, as we talk about it, as Councillor Lane just said, you know, we need housing, we need apartments. How many times have I talked to people and they say they want to sell their home and move to a nice apartment in Mount Pearl? And this is it. This is a walkable city. This makes it a walkable city. You know, it's a kilometre to Coleman's. It's a little walk down you get to the trails. You're dead centre in the middle of Mount Pearl. So I think it's a wonderful idea, and I can't wait to see what goes there. Thank you very much. Fully support this. Thank you.
Anybody else? I think Councillor Rice.
Thank you, Worship. No, I just want to make a comment that, it's a really mature area and in the city, and I think it's just another part of the puzzle, of many parts of the puzzle in the city right now. We have so much moving parts right now and so many developments and activities and stuff happening, and now with the roadwork starting up, and it's certainly a busy time, but I'm certainly happy to say from our committee report yesterday, we've even got a couple of inquiries about it already. So it's so nice to see, and just to getting the rezoning done now and moving forward. And like Councillor Lane mentioned, I mean, my kids, three of my girls learned how to swim down that pool, and they got great memories for down there. And I went to many's a birthday party upstairs in that room, so I can almost draw out the inside of the room up there. So, but so happy this is moving forward, and I'm really I certainly support this 100% as well. Thanks. Thank you, Councillor Locke.
Thank you, Mayor. I too am in full support of this. And as Councillor Lane was speaking, I was thinking back to the meeting we had with residents in the area about that. And we made a commitment to those residents that during this term of office, that building would be removed and something nicer would go back there. So the residents are delighted with the actions that we've taken, which is great. And I, since the mayor at his mayor's Outlook address, you mentioned this as well. I've had two different developers. I don't know if they're the ones that downloaded the information, but they certainly reached out, and we're excited about the opportunities there. As Councillor Antal said, I mean, location. I mean, it is just centrally located. Nice walk to the grocery store, the pharmacy, the dentist, the doctor's office, the T-railways. So it's good all around. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes down here. And like Councillor Antal said, we need the housing units, and this one here is we're looking for 50 units plus, right? So it's all good. Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, everybody. Anybody else want to comment? Councillor Fry.
I know everything's been said already, but I just had a question. I just want to clarify what's happening with the softball field that's there now. That's going to stay, correct?
Yes. So the plan is the softball field will remain, and the EOI map that's available to anyone that downloads the package clearly outlines what the requirements are to maintain that connection.
This is a really exciting development, and I'm looking forward to seeing new people, new residents, and some movable residents within the city. Thank you.
Councillor Lane, we can still swim in the city of Mount Pearl, and we'll have an apartment building, so I think that's good. Back to you.
The final item on our agenda is the Public Works Status Report. Under Roads Division, sidewalk and street sweeping is underway. Litter cleanup is ongoing and ice control as required. Parks Division, trail maintenance is ongoing. Fleet Division, service and maintenance continue. And summer equipment preparation and maintenance underway. Woohoo! And the UTM Division, general calls, leak detection ongoing, water and sewer repairs, and water levels at Babel's Big Pond as of April 7th, 2025 are attached. Council, that you can see they were in your kit. And then still looks to be great. And that concludes our report this evening. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. And yes, a big woohoo for summer. I love that word. It's going to be a fantastic summer here in the city and the region. So we're going to move over to another committee report now. And Planning, Engineering, Development Committee report. It's Councillor Antle.
Thank you, Your Worship. I don't know if I got any woohoos, but I'll move forward, whatever. The first one for us is our locksmith services, a contract extension. The committee was advised that in May 2022, the city issued a tender for locksmith service, which included repair and replacement of locks, automatic door openers, card access systems, doors and frames. Upon tender close, the contract was awarded to the lowest qualified bidder, Armor Lock and Security Systems, for the period of July 1st, 2022 to June 30th, 2025, for the annual bid of $46,934.37 HST included. Per the section duration of the contract, the city reserves the right to extend the contract by increments of 1 year for a period of up to no more than 2 years, upon the same conditions and terms provided both parties agree. The city consulted with Armor Lock and Security Systems regarding the potential extension, and they agreed to extend the contract for an additional 1 year at the same terms and conditions of the existing contract. And just in conversation today with Matthew Jones, our manager of facilities, he certainly recommended this company. They really treat us really, really well. He said he just picks up the phone and gives them a call and they show up immediately. He said, and that speaks for itself. So our recommendations, the Planning, Engineering and Development Committee recommends the extension of the existing tender for locksmith services contract TP 22025 with Armor Lock and Security Systems for additional 1 year for the period of July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026, for the annual bid of $46,934.37 HST included, using the same terms and conditions as the existing contract. And I so move.
Second.
It is moved by Councillor Antle, and thank you. Seconded by Councillor Rice. Questions, comments? Good business plan in terms of an inflationary environment. I'll call the question. All in favor? Contraminded? Carried.
And now we'll do the building and occupancy permit listing from March 24th to April the 4th. I'll do all three and I'll do them at the end. The first one is the building permits and occupancy permits list. And you can see them there in the kit for the same time frame, for a total of $1,829,700. And the second one is building construction commercial. You can see them in your kit for this period for $128,900. And occupancy permits, you can see three there in your kit, and I so move.
Second.
Moved by Councillor Antle and second by Councillor Rice. Development permits, occupancy permits. All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
And number three is our development permit listing for March 24th to April 4th, 2025. And there's three there in the kit. The Planning Engineering recommends development permits be issued for this period as presented, and I so move.
Moved by Councillor Antle, second by Councillor Rice. All in favor? Opposed? And that's carried too. Thanks.
Still can't get a woohoo, but our last one is for information. It's a capital works update. First off, Glencoe Drive culvert is the upgrading tender closed on April 1st, and submissions are being reviewed right now. Farrell Drive, the Topsail Road to Evans Place construction will start mid-April, and we have some notifications being sent out. Farrell Drive Pump House, the request for contractor qualifications to be issued early April with mid to late April tender call. Water Tower, which we can't wait, associated works, or late tender April call. Our Surrey's lifting station, request for contract qualification to be issued early April with a late April call. And Jackman Drive, which will getting close, the upgrading design is ongoing with preliminary construction and estimates being reviewed right now. And that's everything for our committee, Your Worship. Thank you.
Thank you. Woo. I'd like to ask Director Batt, Topsail Road is being closed from Black Marsh to, I guess, the bottom of Farrell. I think that's to facilitate the second bullet there. How long do you think that closure will last? That's one lane, though. one lane. I believe it's the westbound lane.
Yeah, so out on site today, we realized that there was a closure there, which is non-conformance to the traffic control plan that was agreed upon. So that action is going to be fixed in the coming days, but there's supposed to be one lane of traffic open there. Currently, it's being diverted through a parking lot area, and the road is closed, but
That's for the connection, I guess, is it? To
Yes.
to service Farrell Drive.
yes.
I got you.
So that's the intent there is to maintain one lane of traffic. As for the duration of that, I'm not entirely sure, but I would expect it would be at least for a few weeks to a month.
Okay, it's an inconvenience, but it has to be done. Thank you. Moving on to committee name, to the Recreation Community Safety Committee and their report, Councillor Locke.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll take the first two items, and then I'll turn it over to Co-Chair Councillor Fry. The first one for me is Volunteer Appreciation Week. The city's going to be celebrating Volunteer Appreciation Week from April 28th to May the 3rd. And as every one of the council members around this table knows, our city has been shaped by the volunteers. I know I was raised by volunteers, having grown up in the city, and I'm grateful for all the volunteer initiatives that I benefited from as a youth. And we know that our city was built around the efforts of them. And of course, not just our volunteers, for the community groups, but also in all of our multiple sports organizations. So during that time, we invite everyone to join us in recognizing and honoring the incredible impact that volunteers have on our community, again, for their selfless dedication, their kindness, and their unwavering support that truly makes the city not a city, but a community where people want to live, raise their family, and work. So that's just an FYI there from April 28th to May 3rd. The second one, I'm excited about this as well, is has to do with battery recycling. As we know, every year, millions of household batteries end up in our landfill. And of course, the chemicals in those cause pollution to our groundwater systems and the environment at large. So to help address this and do our part again, as we do on so many fronts here in the city of Mount Pearl, we have been collecting household batteries up to this point, but we're going to enhance the service by adding an additional collection site at the Mount Pearl Summit Center. So residents, there's no need now for them to throw their batteries into their garbage, which ends up in the landfill, but residents can drop off approved recyclable batteries during the Mount Pearl Summit Center regular daily operation hours. So again, another good news story there. And that's it for me, Mayor. I'll turn it over to Councillor Fry. Thank you.
Question from Councillor Rantle.
Councillor Locke, when you say recyclable batteries, is that just an ordinary household battery? Are they all recyclable, or I didn't know that?
Yeah, the AA, AAAs. Some are rechargeable, but all batteries are recyclable, like the household use batteries. Now, I'll have to defer to directors. I'm not sure if we're accepting like quad batteries or car batteries. They're household batteries, is my understanding, correct? Yeah, so just what you'd use in your household. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
So next on our committee report, we have the Under 11 Provincial Hockey Tournament. So our Mount Pearl Minor Hockey Association are going to host the Under 11 Provincial Hockey Tournament. That's going to take place April the 25th to the 27th in both Glacier arenas. And this tournament will be made up of 8 teams from across the province competing for the HNL U11 provincial banner. And the best of luck is extended to all teams, of course, but especially the Mount Pearl Blades. And finally, on our agenda report today, we have the 11th Annual Down Home Expo. And that's going to take place from May the 2nd to the 4th. And the city is pleased to host the 11th Annual Down Home Expo at the Glacier. The expo is the largest consumer trade show in Newfoundland and Labrador, filling both arenas with games, giveaways, a children's play area, and more than 100 exhibitors selling a wide variety of items. So check out their website for all the details. It's downhomeexpo.com. And that's it for our committee report, Your Worship. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. Tonight's roundtable, we'll start with you, Councillor Fry.
Thank you. Just a couple of things for me. The first thing, I just want to remind residents of the spring registration dates for general fitness classes. And they began today at 5 p.m. for residents and on April the 17th for non-residents. And all information, as always, is posted on the city's website. And I also want to, for the information of the public, to let people know that we are proud to announce the grand opening of pickleball courts on Park Avenue. So from seasoned players to curious beginners, everyone is welcome to experience these new courts. Come and discover why this sport has captured the hearts of so many. And it is so popular. I haven't tried it yet, but I do plan on it. But this is at the Stephen Thistle Park, which is just off of Park Avenue there, just before you get to the community center, the Park Avenue Community Center. And that's it for me, Your Worship. Thank you.
Number one, thanks. Over to you, Councillor Locke.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to announce that the city's egg venture, as they call it, has begun. Get ready to hop into spring with the Easter Explorers Hunt in Mount Pearl. It started on the 14th of April and runs to the 21st. You can head to Powers Pond and join in the fun as colorful eggs await discovery. So we have eggs that are fully visible, partially visible, hidden throughout the Powers Pond trail area. And then we're inviting people to go up and count the number of eggs. So my grandkids, I'm sure, are going to be all over this, and Poppy might be all over it as well. They're going to give out 3 prizes. There's 1 entry permitted. And again, it runs from April 14th, started yesterday, to the 21st. 1 explorer per entry. All eggs are in plain sight. And again, the contest closes at 11:59 p.m. on April 21. You think you've got what it takes to crack the clues? Come on out. You can learn more and get involved at mountpearl.ca Easter Eggs Explorers Hunt. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And that's it for me, Mayor. Thank you.
And he's not yoking around. Councillor Antle.
Thank you very much. I do have 5 things, but I'll keep it nice and short. First off, I'd want to congratulate, last week we did the Mayor's Outlook Luncheon. And congratulations to the Mayor. It was really well done, well presented. I think the public enjoyed it. And our business community certainly enjoyed to see Outlook. And, you know, Mount Pearl is got a great future ahead. And it was well done. Thank you very much. I'd like to congratulate my great nephew, Isaiah Pratt. You might know his mother, Stacey Pratt. But he's a really good chess player. You know, he's been doing well in chess for a long time, and you know his grandparents are quite well, Rosalind Pratt. But anyhow, the St. Peter's Primary, they won their bronze chess tournament, so I said a little hoo-hoo out to them. So I finally got the hoo-hoo. I knew I'd get it out somewhere along the way. So, you know, it was done by the Ryan Picard was the organizer, Alana Oded, George Dyke, Isaiah Pratt, my great nephew, Seamus McKeegan, and Nicholas Grant. Congratulations, guys. It was a job well done. And they certainly beat me in chess. I have a job of checkers. And the last one for me is just Alex Taylor. We all know Alex. Alex is doing another fundraiser. He's continuing doing this fundraiser, which is amazing. I don't know where he gets the time. But his father has Parkinson's, and he's doing a fundraiser for the Newfoundland Parkinson's Society. And it's a great cost. Tickets cost $25 each. And the concert is on April the 25th, and it's out there in Salvation Army on Monday Pound Road. And thank you, Your Worship. Well done.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Councillor Rice.
Thank you, Your Worship. I got 3 small items. I just wanted to actually mention, I know it's a ways out, it's a month away, but National Public Service Week is coming up on May the 18th to the 24th. So I'm looking forward actually personally myself, and I've already mentioned to Director Dalmont that I'd love to go up there and if they're planning on having some kind of function, but just want to give everybody the heads up that it's coming up. 18th to 24th, and looking forward to the events and some whatever the city puts off for National Public Service Week. The second one I have is the just I want to mention about Good Friday holiday. This Good Friday's coming up, and because of the holiday, Friday's garbage is going to be picked up on Saturday. Okay, so that's just a little change, and that's for anybody. I guess I'm sure we'll have it on the city's website as well. And the other one I'm going to mention is we got some pretty exciting stuff coming up through the marketing and communications department. I'm not going to give all the information out because I know it's a bit of a secret stuff coming up, but it all starts with recycling. Okay, so we're going to do a recycling major blitz, and there's going to be actually some surprise stuff coming up that the marketing and communication team are working on right now. And we made the comment at our corporate services and public works meeting yesterday that as we drive around the city and we see all the days, you know, that garbage is being collected, there's very little recycling out on a lot of streets. And I know we can do better as residents in the city. You know, if we don't work towards a greener, more vibrant community, and one initiative that I mentioned, we're paying $92 now for bulk garbage per ton, and we're paying $38.50 per ton for recycling. You know, so I mean, it's certainly something we should all thrive to, you know, to accomplish, to have at least, you know, our garbage out is not only like, and I heard actually a couple of councillors from actually the city of St. John's commenting this morning on the glass recycling that can be dropped off. I mean, can you imagine the weight of the glass that's going into our landfills now? It's really, really heavy in the bags, and everybody's throwing it in the garbage. So we can do better. I know we can. I'm looking forward to all the exciting times coming up on the recycling and the initiatives that the city's going to put forward with the curbside crusaders and stuff like that. So we're looking forward to it. So basically, is the curbside crusaders campaign, and I'm certainly looking forward to the initiatives that's brought forward with that. Okay, thank you.
Looking forward to it. I saw we had a post, I think, encouraging nonprofit groups and service groups if they'd like to not volunteer, but actually sign up, and they're actually going to get some remuneration. It's a good fundraiser for them. And to your point, and we'll save the details for later, it'll be a good initiative, right? So thanks very much. Over to you, Councillor Lane, please.
Just one item for me this evening. Myself and Councillor Fry recently had the opportunity to go meet with the Girl Guides at their meeting, and they were doing like a little mock election. It was super cute. Apparently, Elections Canada has them that they can send out. So it's like little videos for each candidate, and they were all animal candidates, right? So it might be like Wally the Walrus or whatever. And they actually have a ballot box and ballots for the kids to go behind and practice voting. So myself and Councillor Fry discussed what it's like being on council and what councillors do. And I just thought it was so great, and they were really engaged in it. And they discussed encouraging children to go with their parents to vote. And I never thought of that before, but absolutely. I mean, it's good to start getting their interest now, because I think, unfortunately, a lot of people I know in my generation aren't as inclined to go out and vote or aren't as involved when it comes to politics. So, I mean, to get them involved at a young age and get them interested, I think that's really important. So that was great. And I encourage any other groups, if they want to have a mock election, contact Elections Canada and get your own little kit, because it was super cute. That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you much. With all the apathy out there about voter intentions, you know, maybe Wally the Walrus will be voted in right at the end of the day. Wouldn't that be telling if that happened? But I love the idea of taking your kids with you, because they get to see a little bit of exposure to it, right? You know, and I'm sure a lot of children would say, Mommy, Daddy, who are you voting for? And you get into that greater discussion about democracy and leadership and the like, right? So I have nothing. It was great to chair another successful meeting, a very quick one. And on that note, I'm going to ask for a motion. And thank you, Councillor Locke, second by Councillor Fry. We are adjourned.